Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I've just sat down for a little bit and I've been checking up on some posts that have been shared by some people. Some of the posts that are shared are in video format, and then some of them are in just like just a normal comment with a caption or just some words, and it really does sadden me within my being when I look at videos and I read the documentation that has been put out there concerning people who have spent their whole lives dedicating their lives to protecting others. It does sadden me within when they feel they have no other choice but to do what they feel led within their spirit to do. I know it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Because many times throughout our lives, we are faced with decisions, whether we stay or whether we go. And those decisions are not taken lightly at all. They're not taken lightly at all. Each and every one of us carefully think out what we're doing, why we're doing it, and the ramifications of the decision that we make and how that affects others. We all do that. And I think it's important, I really do, to look at all the effects that our personal decisions have on others. Okay, there are people who look at us from time to time as role models, as someone to look up to, someone to respect. It's not easy, you all. It's not easy when you are put in a situation where you have to make certain decisions that you never really wanted to make, but you felt within your spirit you had no other choice because your conscience was speaking to you. That little small voice inside of here was speaking to you. And I encourage you, no matter what decisions that you have to make, to carefully think out why you're making them and those who it may affect. But the most important thing, you've got to do what's right for you, okay? You've got to do what's right for you, your family, and everyone else. You really do. And I don't blame people for, standing in their own truth, doing what's right for them. I don't blame them. I don't. I've done it many of times in my life. I've had to make decisions, okay, that I didn't want to make. I didn't want to come to that crossroad in my life. I didn't. But I did. I've come to crossroads in my life where I had to make decisions that I didn't think I'd have to make because I had plans down the road, okay? But it just so happens that when that does happen, it is a crossroad. And then sometimes that road that you're on, it literally comes to an abrupt halt. You can't go any further. You can't go any further because there's construction on the road. There's construction on this road of life, and you have to take the detour. Okay, you could remove that construction, but to do so would put your life in danger. It would, because these cautionary signs that we see throughout our life, on this road of life, they are there to protect us. Okay, they are. But when we see personal detours on the road that we're on, personal detours for us as an individual. We need to take those personal detours, and you know it when you see them in your life. Because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. You are within here. You're going to have to answer to that spirit inside of here, because things don't go smooth when you don't pay attention to those personal detour signs on your road of life. And I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I really do. This is not about me, okay? It's not. It's about everybody. This is globally, okay? It's globally. The decisions that we have had to make throughout our lives that we never thought we would ever have to make, okay? Because we had plans in our life. We had plans, we had dreams, we had a vision. But sometimes our plans, our dreams, our visions don't play out the way that we wanted them to. They don't play out the way that we wanted them to, or that we thought, because we get these personal detour signs that show up on this road called life, and we've got to go the other way. We can no longer go down the road that we were on. A fork in the road appears, because that way that we were on, we couldn't go anymore. And sometimes that road, even if you do remove the obstacles, that caution sign, that personal detour, it may lead you to a dead end. And that's why you've got to pay careful and very close attention to this road that you're on. This is a spiritual journey manifesting into the physical world. It's a spiritual road, and yet it is a physical road of life, okay, that you must travel upon, okay, you must. And you really should pay attention to the signs that are in front of you. I don't know who may need to hear this message, but somebody needs to hear this also. Somebody needs to hear this. You've got to pay attention to those personal detour signs that have popped up along your road of life, okay? Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, okay? It doesn't. There's a beginning and there's an end. It's like yesterday, some said, when one door opens, another door closes. When door closes, another one opens. Those are your personal doors in life. And it's up to you whether you decide to close that door behind you and then keep walking until you see another open door and walk through it. It's up to you, you all. It is. And sometimes this road that we're on, we've got to travel it alone. It's those big major life decisions you have to make. It's your personal decision. And you alone are responsible for the decision that you make and the ramifications of it. Those life-changing decisions need to be taken very seriously, okay? Because it's not a game, okay? It's not a game. It's real. This world that we live in is real, okay? It's real. And I don't know why I'm on here saying this. I just felt led within my spirit to hop on here. Some people may not like it, but that's okay. It's not for you, okay? It's not, but it's for somebody. It's for somebody, okay? I would encourage you to listen to that still, small voice within you on this road of life that you have been traveling upon. And I want you to know from personal experience, when I've come to that fork in the road, when I've seen that detour sign on my road of life, and I didn't want to see it, okay, when I've seen it and I didn't want to see it, and I decided to ignore it and try to go that way, guess what happens? Another detour. The detours just keep popping up in front of you until you get off that road, okay, before it comes to a dead end, okay? So you've got to pay attention. I personally I've been there, and I've had to take the fork in the fork in the road. I had to go the other way. Did I like it at times? I did not like it, because I literally gave up a part of my life. Excuse me, when I did it, I gave up a part of me. I gave up my dream, my visions that I had for the future, the plans that I had made within my heart. Okay, I gave it up when that detour in the road showed up. I could have pressed on through all of it, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And sometimes when this happens, it's not the end. It's not the end, okay? You need to look at it as a new beginning for you, a new road that you're on, a new purpose in your life, a new purpose in your life. And it's more than likely going to be a lot better. Once you see that detour sign, you exit that road, you go the other way. It'll be better for your spirit in the long run. You may not understand it right now. You may not. But in the long run, as with any decision like that in your life, I am certain, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you can look back in your life on those life-changing decisions that you did not want to have to make, but you made them, and then look at what happened after you made them. You just went forward with faith. Okay, you went forward with faith, and now we're faced with more life-changing decisions. And it's globally. It's globally. It is. And it can be any area of your life, these life-changing decisions. It's like there's a scripture. In his heart, man makes his plans, but God determines his footsteps. If you believe in God, if you believe in a higher power, if you believe in the spiritual realm, or maybe you are just on the fence, but nonetheless, we can make our plans all we want. We can have our dreams and stuff, and sometimes they may not play out the way that we thought. And as in most cases in life, you know, when you're young, you have this picture what you're going to be when you grow up, what your life is going to be like, and then you grow up, and it's not like what you really thought when you were young. Okay, it's not. It's like totally different, you all. And that's how life is. We can prepare. We can make our decisions based on all the information and the knowledge and experience that we have and what we see about others, how they would have made their decisions. We can make all of our decisions based on a lot of data, a lot of information. Okay, we can do that. And I would encourage you to do that, okay? I would. But please don't ignore the detour signs that you see in the road. There's a lot of people globally seeing these detour signs on their personal road of life. They're seeing these signs, and they know that's it. That's it. They got to take the fork in the road. They got to take the detour, because to continue down that path, down that road that has that personal detour sign, would be detrimental to them, to their journey in this life. It's a spiritual journey. It's a physical journey. It's all of that, you all. It is. And I do like to view the world in a through spiritual eyes, and look at it from a spiritual standpoint. I do, because this world is not all there is. Okay, there is another world after this world. There is a spiritual realm. Our spirits don't die. Okay, they don't. They move on. It's like when people are on an operating table, and they literally die, and then their spirit rises up, and they are literally looking down at this lifeless body on this table, and they know it's them, but their spirit is way up there. Or when they cross over to the other realm, and they see how wonderful it is, how beautiful it is, and they don't want to come back. They don't want to come back, because that's their home. That's where they came from. The spirit came from that other realm, okay? And some of them have been told, you have to come you have to go back. It's not your time. It's not your time. Okay, there's many people who have instances of the near-death experience, okay? They do. And it's been a life-changing experience for them. It changed their world. It changed their lives. And by them telling others, it changed other people's lives too, okay? So I just want to encourage you, it's okay when you have to make these life-changing decisions. And it's okay to be a little scared about what's going to happen, because that's natural for humans. It's natural for us to feel those feelings within us, okay? If you didn't feel them, I think something's wrong. I really would. I think you're kind of unattached, detached from the human experience. But it's okay. It'll be all right. No matter what comes your way, it'll be all right, because you're following that small voice inside of here. You're listening to your heart, and you've got to live with your conscience. No one else got to live with your conscience, but you got to live with your conscience, because you made a decision. You either made a decision that your conscience is in agreement with, or you've made a decision that your conscience is not in agreement with. And in that case, your conscience is going to eat you up alive, no matter what the decision down this road of life you might have made. But just, it's okay. Everyone's being made to make decisions in their lives, and our lives are getting rearranged, and we're having to look at our lives in different ways, okay, with different eyes. And the things that seem to matter to us aren't that really important anymore, because we've got different things. We're really seeing the world as it is now. You know, we see what really truly matters in life is people. People matter. Things don't matter. The material world doesn't matter as much as people and relationships. It doesn't matter, okay? Sure, we need food, clothing, and shelter, but we need each other much more, okay? Because when it comes right down to it, it's good to have someone there by your side, okay? Someone there to help you along your way, to be there for you, someone to hold your hand, someone to carry you, someone to love you, somebody just, you know, who knows what you're going through. It's good to have someone else. It's good to have each other, you all. People matter. You matter. I matter. That's what matters, okay? It does. And don't let someone else tell you all this other stuff matters more. It doesn't. Because when it's all said and done, if your house were to burn down today and you were left with nothing, but you and your family made it out alive, you're so thankful, you're so grateful that you all survived that fire. Or like a tornado, people look around, or big earthquakes. What do? They go and they search for others. They try to save as many people as they can, because human life matters. When you get right down to it, when everything else is gone, we're there for one another. We're there for one another. Okay, we are. Yeah, because you know why? It's because we have that connection on the inside of here. Okay, every single human life is precious. Okay, it is. I don't know who this is for, but please give this video a thumbs up, you all, and please hit that subscribe button. Share this video. People are making very life-changing decisions in their life, and they need to know that they're not alone, and a lot of people are getting these personal detours on their road called life, where they're having to take that detour. They are, and some people who may have seen the detour and they went through it, they're finding out that it's not that easy for them. That's what they're finding out, and they're doubting because they went through the detour sign, and now they're unsure, was that the right decision to try to keep going? Yeah. I think that's about all I have to say, and I thank you all for being on here taking the time to listen to me. I didn't read the comments, but I feel that this was a very peaceful live video, live chat, and I want to thank you all for making it peaceful. I really do, because I'm just speaking out of my heart, is what I'm doing. Like so many other people, it's a heart connection. It's a love connection. Hello, Mystic Rose. Yeah, so I am going to go, you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and you're not alone in these life-changing decisions that you have to make when you've come to that personal detour on your road called life, and you take that personal detour. You're not alone, okay? You're not. A lot of people around the world are coming to these personal detours, okay? They are, and it takes courage to go that other way, to you see the detour and you take that fork in the road. It takes courage, but you've got it. You've got the courage you need, okay? And you've got the encouragement you need. You've got others. We've got each other's. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And hang in there. Hang in there, you all. We're going to make it. We are. Love you.